one of the difficulties about getting these things out of the box now. It's like one of the rites of passage for the KeyCult. If you can't open the box, you're just not getting your keyboard. Therefore, the KeyCult's not meant to be yours. Ooh. So this is the, well, hopefully these gaskets don't completely fall off. So this is the top frame. Dude, this is gonna be an interesting one today. Look at that. It's like kind of brushed. It's almost distressed in a way. This is gonna be so interesting. Actually, can you guys see this better from the side? Basically raw. It looks a little bit more worn out than raw. And then we have this bottom piece. Oh, this is, dude. Oh, dude. Oh my God. That is sick. Oh my God. This, okay, I did see the picture prior to receiving this. Oh, my reflection's too much for that angle. Wow. Whoa. Wow, that's gonna look sick. What happened to the inside? I'm assuming it's just from the handling of it, but the outside looks dope. I don't know, maybe the inside was supposed to be treated some way too. I have no idea. Little side note, these adhesive feet, when you do finishes like this, because this is directly on this, you have to be careful with these adhesive feet. I have mine finished as well, like my KeyCult has a finished bottom like this, and the feet have just completely fallen off. Okay, so this is the internal piece here. So this is just a seen better days internal piece. Okay, but that still kind of goes with the build though, so that's pretty cool. So here's the other interesting thing. Now, I don't have a lot of information about this, by the way. So I'm gonna show you guys this, and we're just gonna basically nod our heads and go, cool. This is unreleased HMX stuff. Apparently this was limited to 200 units. I don't have many pieces of info when it comes to why this was limited, what happened with this, nothing at all. Only 200 units exist. Yeah, I don't know what spring weight, I don't know why this was like a limited release. I actually don't know much about this. This is again a client build today, so actually I think the client might be telling me right now. But as with most HMX switches, they're lubed very nicely, I can tell. This doesn't really feel like a long pole. I'm gonna guess it almost feels like full travel. I'm not sure, we'll see. But they're just black and white switches, so cool. Very, very cool. This is gonna be an interesting build today. This bottom piece is looking mighty fine, I'm not gonna lie. Now what plate do we have? Ooh, we got an aluminum plate as well. And then we have our keyboard, which has been mil-maxed already for us. And we have our clip-ins. Beautiful. Let me work on the stabs first. I've seen a few of Wally's pieces now. I gotta admit, I think this is the best one. This is by far my favorite piece from him for a bottom finish. I gotta say, dude, this looks insane. There is some specs, but you know what? I'm not even too, I mean, like that's kind of a variable that happens with this type of thing. Oh, so the client said they're similar, whatever. Switches in the material with a 58 gram spring and 3.8 travel. Okay, so they're not quite full travel, but not quite long pull. They're in the middle, which is actually becoming more and more popular. Colors were off, so technically rejected samples. Oh, okay, interesting. All right, now the fun part of getting this PCB out in one piece. All right, the client said they mil-maxed this. I hope this PCB, did it get damaged in transit? It did. Can I fix it? It did get damaged in transit. I can see this, and the diode ripped off. Look, so where did the diode rip off and where did the USB-C rip off? How did it get damaged? It's these bags. I've complained about these bags forever. These bags suck. I really wish companies would stop packaging them in this bag. They're terrible. They're too narrow. Yeah, exactly. They're too narrow. They squish everything when they come out. But yeah, oh, is that 2 diodes that have fallen out? We'll see if I can repair this. If not, I may need to do some workaround stuff. Is that where it was supposed to go? Oh shit, this is pretty damaged. Hopefully the damage isn't too bad. I don't know if I'll be able to do this because the sides ripped off entirely. So these parts, I wonder, do I have a spare KeyCult PCB for this client? My worry is that over time, the USB will kind of like just pull on it and just like fall off. But let me see where this diode fell off to. Diode. Do you guys see a diode missing somewhere? Is this, what kind of diode was this? It's something, I just don't know where it fell off from. Over there, thanks guys. All right, I'm gonna attempt to fix, and then I'm gonna go look to see if I have another one. No, dude, I'm talking to the client right now, but it's not your fault at all, honestly. Dude, they need to really stop putting these packages in, because this has not only happened to yours, but this has happened to many people who have owned bags like this. I'm gonna be honest, the Wilba PCBs are notorious for it because they're such tightly packaged, but it's not your fault at all, man. Let's see if I can repair it. I might be able to put it back in place, but there's not really anything for the diode to lock into. I might even have some some Wilba PCBs that are junk that I've used for parts, so I might have to go take a look. All right, now you guys are gonna have to be very patient with me while I do this. I want to go double check to see if I have a spare diode for this from a different PCB. One second. This is an older PCB. It's missing diodes. This PCB is junky. Okay, now to carefully take this off. Oh, there's one side in. Okay, I have no idea if this is gonna work, but let's try it. Moment of truth. Again, I'm very nervous about the overall stability of this particular JST. All right. Does it recognize NVIDIA? We all good. Poggies? Yeah, but it still doesn't take away the fact that this is gonna be very delicate. So, what do I do about this? I don't know. I think maybe what I do, I mean, this is, you know what? This is soldered down pretty nice. I did a pretty good job soldering this particular piece down. I kind of made the end 2 points a little bit heavier in solder. So I think we're good. I think we keep it like this. Yeah, you know what? This is stable enough. I think we're okay. Let's assemble our keyboard. Unfortunate, but we seem to have fixed it. And the client gets to keep all the money they sunk into these hot swap sockets, because these aren't cheap either, to be honest with you guys. So, bit of a bonus. Hey, you know what? Talking to the client here again. Dude, I know you want me to have fun with the build, but I also want you to have a working keyboard. And I'm just happy we got it working. I enjoy doing little repairs like that, even though I'm not like the best at it. I know what I'm doing. I don't think I have the right equipment to do repairs. Like, I think most of the repair stuff requires different soldering tools, but I'm happy that we got it working, man. Honestly, that's what matters to me. And we saved you a few dollars on having to buy more sockets and stuff. Actually, there's been a few times where customers have sent me boards, and dude, I'm not even kidding you. The worst I've ever seen it, you guys are gonna laugh at this one. I think it was a Wilba PCB, and it came in the bag, and I can tell, I didn't even open the bag yet. Like, I didn't do anything. I looked at it, I shook the bag around like this, and I see like 8 or 9 diodes. And it was just like, the PCB was still in here, and I'm like, oh God. The PCB, the diodes on the Wilba PCBs are a little different. So they're not as easy to solder in. And yeah, it took a while to fix. Which is actually why, because this PCB I never liked in the first place. I don't know, this whole build I never really liked. So, and I think one of the keys wasn't working, so that's why there's a few missing diodes in this particular PCB, because I had to use these ones to repair that particular KeyCult PCB. What do we need to do next? We're gonna be assembling this guy. The gaskets are sort of falling off on this, but it shouldn't matter when everything's closed. So let's do the daughter board first. By any chance, to the client, did they send you a longer daughter board cable by any chance? This is my least favorite keyboard to do cable routing on, because everything's so tight. Okay, we're gonna make it work. I guess this is the other part of the KeyCult I absolutely hate, is getting everything aligned properly. All right, we got it. Oh, brother. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, this looks so nice. How does this look on the back too? Oh, this looks... I think I gotta take a bajillion photos of this tomorrow. Tomorrow I am going crazy taking pictures of this, dude. All right, let's see how well this keycap ends up pairing. So we're gonna use Cinder for this. And before anyone mentions, yes, this is a 6.25. This is a client keyboard. Please don't judge them for what they end up liking. Oh, brother, this looks sick. Oh, by the way, here's the card Wally puts in his stuff. Oh, hold on, I forgot about this. So here are some matching artisans to go with it, I guess? Oh, this is dope. It's a Salvin artisan that's been patinaed. And this is the Rama one. I think the Salvin one, here, let me take both out. Obviously patina by Wally. I think the Salvin one turned out nicer for this build. I don't know. I think both are cool though. This more looks like magma. I like the Salvin one. Also the Rama caps, they're so loose on stems. Oh my God, this keyboard's insane, man. This is probably one of the most cohesive themes I've seen from a build yet, so I have to give it to our client today. I'm so happy I fixed this PCB. I am so damn happy. Oh, the cable's perfect for this too. Get out of here. Bro, this is insanity right now. Oh my goodness, look at this. The cable's good, the raw kind of distressed aluminum top. There's the bottom. Oh my God, man. This is crazy, bro. Gorgeous. Cinder's weird to you? I don't think Cinder's weird on this at all. I think Cinder works on this like a lot. It's not the exact same tones as this, but I mean, it got that kind of like magma feel, you know? Cinder definitely has a smidge of green in the alphas. Like it's you can kind of see it in certain lighting. I think my lighting might be picking up the smidge of green, but other than that, it's pretty gray. Like it does have a hint, just a small hint of it. I can see it from here. The monitors looks like it's portraying it pretty accurately. All right, let's see what this sounds like, I guess. We're using a unreleased switch here. Repaired the PCB, aluminum plate. It's hot swap because we have the Milmaxes installed that the client did. So got that. And then this is gasket mounted. Oh, this is a little different than normal. I like this. It feels really good though. It's a really loud keyboard, yeah. Yeah, so this is I believe this is the aluminum bottom because this is really light. Despite being aluminum, there is some, well, I mean, it sounds pretty full. There's some metallic resonance on this. Is this brass? There's no way this is brass, is it? This has got to be something else. This does not feel heavy at all. What material is this? I'm so curious now. This alu? Yeah, right? Like this is pretty light. Force break? I do not think it's a force break thing, and I actually don't even know how you would force break a KeyCult. There's not really like, it doesn't really work that way for KeyCults. And the tolerances are always, they're all so tight as is that I don't think I would want to force break this. I don't think I would want to open this up and force break it. There's the bottom of this board. It is, I think this is stunning, man. I don't think the spacebar needs to be quiet downed, but I mean, you guys are right. I think we should try it. I think we need to try a different spacebar just to see. Don't ask where the Nixie came from. Maybe from my pocket, maybe it didn't. Oh, wait a second. Hold on, dude. Pocket Nixie comes in clutch yet again, dude. Look at that. Like, this is gorgeous. Like, dude, Wally outdid himself on this, man. This looks so good. Wally really outdid himself on this. This is silver here. Let me see if I can get you guys a little bit more of an up close in what the finish looks like on this. See how it's kind of brushed everywhere? It's distressed almost. It's a little bit, kind of, you can see like battle worn almost. The only part, if I had to be super critical, just saying this, obviously patina's very different. This is a little bit worn over here, but totally okay. This is probably one of the nicest KeyCults I've seen in a while, or ever. All right, guys, that's pretty much the stream. This turned out crazy good, man. This looks so damn nice. Like, even the artisan turned out really nice over there too. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I think this board turned out so, look at this. Look at this one more time. This thing turned out sick. See you guys later. I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone.